Okay, so that's all the drama for getting started, and this is where you truly start in the game. You have a choice of playing online, and it will offer you a bunch of different modes, or you can go for the single player or co-op. This means that you can host your own server on your own PC and have friends join you in that world. We're going to start a new game, which means I'm going to lose all of the progress in that co-op game. And as it says, a saved game already exists. Do you wish to overwrite it? Well, no, I don't, but I don't have any choice. If I select no, it will take me back to the left-hand menu. So I have to select yes to start a new game, to run the game from the beginning with you guys, to watch the progress that we make, and to, if you've never played the game, learn some of the early parts of the game that are essential for survival. So we can choose Civilized, Decadent, Barbaric or Custom. Civilized is easy if it's your first survival game and you want to explore different strategies without being severely punished. It gives you a whole bunch of advantages. Decadent is normal mode for people who've played survival games before and want to be challenged but not overwhelmed. Barbaric is the hardest level, and hard in this is hard. You've got to be able to optimize and instantly recognize the benefits and disadvantages of everything in the game if you've never played it before. So we're going to go with normal mode, Decadent. Let's just finalize the character. There we are. Here hangs the Gazbeard, the Sumerian, condemned to death and exile for crimes including breaking an oath, punching a camel, and cheating at dice. Any who remove this body, living or dead, from the cross will be flayed alive, along with all members of their family. Sounds good to me. Let's get it going.
During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the exiled lands, crucified and left to die for crimes that they may or may not have committed. Death comes swiftly on black wings, until fate intervenes.
Thirsty, dead man? Shall I cut you down from that corpse tree? It might kill you. You civilized men are soft. Your lives are not nailed to your spines. Where I come from, we kill our enemies in battle. We don't leave them in the desert to die like dogs. So, you live again, dead man. This land does not love men. You are marked. Cross the ghost fence wearing that. It might have been kinder to leave you on the cross. Live, love, burn with life, slay and survive. We will meet again, dead man.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Conan. And that is the Sandstorm. You will become very familiar with the Sandstorm. And our first task is to discover where we are. So, pressing M for map and zooming in, you can see, I mentioned earlier, there are 6 ghost roads. This is one of 6 roads of the dead. This is one of them. Here's another one, another one, another one here, and one here. Now, it would be very easy just to make a dive for the river and get organized, but we can gain a lot of experience by going to each of these roads in turn. However, we've got an immediate task that we need to do, so let's get on with that. First things that we want, we've discovered the broken highway. You will get that award on each of the roads. We want to start picking up stones. We're going to make tools with them. We need stones and sticks. And here on a rock is a water skin and a note.
Left to rot among the ruins of the past. There are others here, slaves, bandits and cannibals, exiles from lands I've never heard of. Some of them try to scrape a life from the wasteland, scrabbling in the rocks and sand for their own place. I cannot go on. The life that I left behind haunts me. The sun over the glittering spires of Belverus has forever denied me. The smell of my daughter's hair. I will pass the ghost fence, and this cursed land will finally end me. To whoever reads this note, I leave the last of my water and this message. Stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed you truly are.
Okay, as he was reading that note aloud to you, you saw me gathering stones and plant fiber and bugs to eat from the bushes, plus a bunch of seeds. Now we need some sticks, and we need them quite quickly. There's not so many here. There's usually more than this lying around. Get a few more stones, a bit more plant fiber. We've gained a level just by harvesting these bits and pieces and by travelling this little bit of distance. We need sticks. We're probably going to have to go up here to find them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, we want to get about a dozen sticks, and I'll explain why as soon as we've found them. There's some over there. There's one. Now at the top left of screen you can see your health gauges. Hydration, hunger, encumbrance. Is that an arrow? Can we pick it up? No, it's not letting us pick up the arrow. And temperature. We're quite hot at the moment, and we need to get our temperature down. We can get our temperature down by taking a drink, but we need to inspect our water skin to see how much water we've got. Now, this is your first creature encounter. And there's no reason to be afraid of this one. it'll make a big fuss and then it'll fly off. You want to come up here, and unfortunately you can't pillage this body.
Gods curse this sandstorm. We were forced to take refuge before the wind scoured the skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the loose stones and rough plants that dot this place. I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the bite of the axe.
Okay, so there's a clue in that journal. If you go to your inventory, you can now check. We've got 13 stones, 52 plant fibre, 14 seeds and 22 sticks. Our water bottle has got dregs of water in it, literally. So the first thing we want to do is make ourselves a set of clothes. So shoes is going to use 2 plant fibre. A set of gloves is going to use 2. Pair of trousers going to use 6. A shirt is going to use 8. And a fibre bedroll. We need to make some twine. To make twine takes 3 plant fibre per twine. We need 3 twine to make the bedroll. So 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, because these are our first clothes, it's equipping them to us as soon as they're made. We've now made 3 twine, so we can make the bedroll. Craft one of those, and we're going to need a stone hatchet, 5 sticks and 5 stones. We're going to need a stone pick, which again is 5 sticks and 5 stones. We'll craft that. And an improvised torch, 5 sticks and 5 plant fibre. We'll craft that. Now, I always put any food I've got in number 8. I put the water skin on number 7. And at the moment the torch is the nearest thing that we've got to a weapon. So we'll put that there. We'll put the pick and the axe there. Okay, we need another 9 stones before we can make a campfire. And then it needs 12 stones and 5 sticks in total. And we'll also need sticks to burn. However, we've got a more urgent priority. We do need that water. We're not going to be able to stay in the desert very much longer. If you look at our hydration at top left, which means we are going to have to take a visit to the river and come back out to do the exploring on these roads. It's very tempting, if you've played other games of a similar nature to this before, to get trapped into running at full speed everywhere. When you're in the desert, don't. That will dehydrate you very, very quickly. Just follow this road in. And be on the lookout for sticks, because like I said, we need a bunch of them. We also need a bunch of rocks for making a campfire to cook anything. And as you pick them up, and it shows you on the right hand side how many you've picked up, you're looking to have a dozen. So that you can make a campfire. That's 10, 11. We'll get another one here. Also get a bunch of sticks up here. Try and get them on the move. We need to get to the river and get water as quickly as possible. That's our dozen stones, and we've discovered the shattered bridge. This area is one of my favourite for building castles. I've built several castles here when I've started multiple games and had some great fun with them. Okay, first food source, eggs. But this brings you very, very close to a number of dangers. And what we're going to do is we're just going to jump straight out in the river out the way, pressing E to drink, and and then pressing number 7 to refill the water skin. And then we've got all these imps everywhere. We've got no means of fighting them. And here we do sprint to get away from them, because we've got no sword for fighting them. Now we're out of stamina, which gives us a problem. And that's the road of the dead that we came in on. We want to get across to the others to get the exploration experience. We're getting hungry. I'm going to eat those insects. Won't do much to assuage the hunger. But until we've got a bit more thirst, I don't want to eat the eggs. Now, I'll probably just speed this up to double time, running around the 6 roads of the dead to get the exploration markers. While this running around the desert is essential to get your exploration points, it's also quite boring even when speeded up. So in the background I'm going to show you one of the castles that I've built in this game. Hope you enjoy it. There we are, and now we can turn, if we check our map, make sure we're facing east or west as the needs be, which we are. This is us down here, this teardrop shaped marker, and all we need to do now is just go across all 4 remaining roads and pick up the navigation marks. So I'll do that, and I'll speed the video up from here. Right, if you think you're getting lost, or if you can't remember how many roads you've been to, just open your map and check it. We've discovered 4 of them, we've got 2 more to go, so we just continue in this direction. Right, and at this point we're starting to show a bit of thirst, but we're also showing some hunger. So we're going to eat one of the eggs. It didn't quite satisfy us enough, we'll eat another. And in fact we'll eat all 3. And that'll sustain us until we get back to the river. So now we can turn back and head for the river. And if we just take a second to look at where we are on the map, we've got all 6 roads discovered, and we just carry on north to the river. However, if we now look in our inventory and we look up here, we can see that we're now level 4. So we can go to attributes. We've got 4 unspent points that we could throw into these, but let's just save them up for a bit and put them in a little bit later. We've also got 3 available skill points. Now, weapons are going to be pretty much our first priority. Weapons or survival. We don't need to make beds. We've got a bedroll. We will need to make a campfire. That's going to cost us 1 point. And weapons, we're going to want to make a sword, and the best starting sword, I don't see it on there. It might be hidden behind that first one. That's a stone sword. It's not giving us the two-handed sword there for some reason. Why is it not? Bruiser. Is it behind there? There it is, two-handed sword. That costs 2 points, but we can't get it till level 8. So we're going to have to start with just the single-handed stone sword, which will also allow us to get a stone club. So we'll unlock that, and we'll go back to survival, unlock the campfire so that we can cook food, because we can't eat raw food just yet. And then just go back to inventory. We've got 33 sticks, we've got 13 stones, we need 5 twine, we've got 14 plant fibre, so let's just craft them up. We need 1 more twine, so we need a bit more plant fibre. And there's a bush right there, look. Just grab a bunch of plant fibre, gives us a few extra insects to munch. Get them down our necks. We need another one of those. I'll craft one of the... We need 20 stones as well to make the swords, so let's just grab a few more. Grab some sticks for firewood while we're at it. Well, that's 20 stones. So go to inventory, craft up the sword. We can just leave it to be crafting in the background. It's one of the crazy things about this. We now need to get another 12 stones for making a fire, and there we are. We've gained a level by making a sword, and we've completed a journey step of getting a dedicated weapon. We've got 7 stones on us. Let's just keep moving towards the river. We'll collect more as we go. And as we come towards the river, we're going to be thinking about getting a campsite set up. The different sizes of stick that you see and pick up have got no difference in their value in terms of what you can use them for. Now, let's just get a bit more plant fibre. We want about 20 pieces of plant fibre ish. Now you see that humanoid figure down there in the centre of the screen? That's an imp. That's one of the first hostile creatures that you'll come across. We have to consider water. We're getting a bit low on water. There's another imp across there. And I'm looking for a landmark that I can't see at the moment because we're too far back from the river. We're actually a long way back from the river. Oh crap. Hostile women. You missed me. I'm useless with one-handed swords. I normally fight two-handed. Right, we managed to kill them all. We need to eat in order to recover condition. We'll eat all the bugs that we're holding, which won't give us much. We'll take that water off them. We'll take those stones off them. They've only got stones. We don't need any more stones. However, what we can do is we can take our axe. We can hack that up. We get some flesh and some skin. Hack them up to get human flesh. Hey, it's survival. Eat what you can get. So we'll put that away and we'll hold on to this. We're going to need to have a good campfire tonight. Don't think they've left anything there for us to loot. No. Unfortunately, we can't pick up their hide bedrolls. Just check there's no alligators or crocodiles around. We'll come down here. We'll take a good drink. And then we need to find a spot to make camp for the night and cook up the meat that we've just harvested. We don't need that just yet. Cover that in another episode. Eggs up there. Okay, now we are in no way capable of fighting an adult shaleback. However, a sleeping shaleback will allow us, whoops, to steal her eggs, and what we can do because we need to recover condition, and the best way to do that is to eat. We can climb up on a rock here to a safe spot and we can craft ourselves a campfire. Just checking to see if there's anything else that we can craft. Not right now. We could craft another water skin. Right, so we've made a campfire, and what we need to do, swap positions with that. Put the campfire down. Press E to open it. We want to put all of those sticks in as cooking fuel. We want to cook that bit of meat, and we want to use those seeds and that plant fibre to make a soup called gruel, which we can then eat. And we also want to cook that human flesh. So then we just click the go button and it will cook them for us. And while it's doing that, we can go back to the inventory. We're carrying 3 skins, or 3 hides. We can make... no, we can't. We need another 2 and some plant fibre to make twine, and then we make another water skin. And while we're leaving that to cook, we gained another level. That means we've got experience points. Let's just first take a couple of bits of those meat. Get them eaten. Eat them one at a time and wait for your health progress bar to stop moving before you eat the next one. That way you get the maximum regenerative effect of them. As you can see, they're not very filling, but they are helping us to regenerate our health. Now that we're at full health, we can just munch down 2, take a sip of water, and just wait for the rest of our food to cook. And while we're doing that, we can have a look at our skills now. We've got another 7 points to spend. Probably bows, I would have thought, is the next thing. Yeah, costs 2. So we want to research that. That gives us a ranged weapon. And we can't get armor until we're level 10. Then we can make light armor, and we need to make an armorer's bench to do that. So building we need to think about, and the initial building will let us put in foundations, create a repair hammer, make walls and ceilings, doorways and doors, pillars, walls with windows, etc. A whole bunch of different options there. So we'll unlock that. We're going to need to store things, so we can unlock that storage, that wooden box, which costs practically nothing skill points wise. We've still got 3 available. We can use 2 to make basic shields. And at the moment I'm just operating off this high level view on the skill cornerstones. I'm not going into detail on these ones just yet. So we've got 1 point left. There's nothing here that we can spend it on. We can look in the detail. Stairs would be good. We'll unlock those, and that gives us a reasonable start on building capability. So initially at level 7 you're just unlocking from here until you've got the essentials that you need, and then you can start going in through these and finding individual items that you need to add. This is a good one to get as early as possible, the Torchbearer, because that opens up standing torches and protected torches. Standing torches are quite light. If you've got access to coal, you can make them and you can carry them around, and at night you just plant them next to you and you can use both hands for defense. Attributes, we've now got 9 skill points to apply, and if we go for strength, every blow you strike with a blunted weapon deals 100% more concussive damage. Agility, sprinting drains less stamina, vitality, etc. You can read all of these while you're playing the game. It's not 1 point to reach there, you have to put multiple points in, and I think encumbrance, being able to carry more, is got, or survival, yeah, we'll go for the first survival skill, so we can eat raw meat. So let's see how many points we need to put into there. So even with 9 points we didn't reach that marker, but that's going to be our first thing. So let's just check how our fire's doing. It's cooked everything for us, that's good. We'll put that 14 into there. Keep that one up there as a spare. We'll put our sticks and seeds back in here. We'll put that food up there. We'll just bring these notes and journals down here together. That's food, we'll put it up there. That'll do us for now. So it's night time already, and we're not going to be able to do much more. So at this point I think what we do is we lay down our sleeping bag and we'll go to sleep. Oops, that's not what I meant. We just lie down on our sleeping bag, and at that point we'll end this episode. No, we're not actually on it, I know, but it counts as being on it. So that's the first day in Conan Exiles. We've got ourselves set up with some basic tools and weapons. We've got some survival equipment in terms of being able to make campfires and torches. We now know several foods that we can get. The gruel does not need us to kill people because we can make it from seeds and plant fiber. We've collected a water skin in the desert at the point where we started, and we now know that we can make more of them if we collect more skins and make more twine from plant fiber. So that's the very basics of your first day. Also, camp overnight up a height on a rock. That way the animals roaming around, especially the crocodiles and alligators, can't get to you. And you'll sleep soundly, wake up in the morning ready for the next adventure, which will be in the next episode. And I don't know how long this series will be. It might be 10 episodes, it might be 20, it might be 30. We'll see how it goes and how much I can get covered in terms of the basics of playing the game and some of my favourite spots and techniques, and who knows, we'll see how it goes anyway. So thank you very much for watching. Please hit the follow button, give the video a like, leave your comments and questions down below. I very much look forward to those, and I'll see you in the next episode, which will probably be tomorrow. From me, the Gazbeard, as always, in all of my videos, it's not goodbye, it's just bye for now. See you in the next one.